Hi, Tove. I love you.
Skogfjorden is a place that I've come every summer for the past 9 years because it has a magic that incorporates learning, fun, and inspiration to allow you to discover who you are and who you want to become without being ashamed of who you've been. And Tove is the representation of that magic that Skogfjorden gives you. Tove really is a second mother to all of us. She is caring, she is kind, she's personally inspired me to do a lot with my life, and I hope to have a career in Norwegian in some form with international studies because of how she has taught me to use my Norwegian. And she's a giving person, and she could do so much for the world, and she already does.
There's really no way to explain Skogfjorden to my friends. It's so fun here, and it's new every year. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Skogfjorden, så det er litt annerledes enn å være i Norge, fordi jeg får på en måte muligheten her til å prøve å være en annen person enn den jeg er til vanlig. Og det å på en måte kunne være man finner på en måte litt seg selv, fordi jeg får på en måte uttrykke meg på en måte som jeg ikke får gjort hjemme i Norge da. Og det å på en måte få vist frem den siden av seg selv, det har vært veldig lærerikt for meg selv også. Og ja, har fått gjort at jeg føler på en måte, jeg er blitt et bedre menneske rett og slett også. Så
I went for my first year. I was there for only a week. Didn't really get a chance to talk to Tove. But then I came back the next year, and the first thing she said was, "Hi, Sherston, welcome back." And I was like, how do you remember me? How is this possible? Most people would just forget because they see so many people over the summer, but no, she remembers everyone. And she's so sweet and so nice, and she, honestly, I'd have to say she's one of the best people I've ever met, period.
Fordi jeg var så glad i det arbeidet jeg gjorde på Skogfjorden. Jeg ville forandre livet mitt, så ble jeg forandret, og planene mine forandret. Fordi Tove begynte det med frø, at jeg kunne gjøre teater her, og så lærte jeg å bruke teater til å undervise, og jeg bare fortsatt frem til jeg ble lærer, så jeg kunne fortsette å komme til Skogfjorden. Og det hadde aldri vært planen min, men jeg har fant mitt liv fra det jeg fant på Skogfjorden.
I just fell in love with the language and the people here and the beautiful part of northern Minnesota. I have also brought my children here, and it's a place that children can be themselves and they can grow as people and interact with all different ages of kids and all in a really caring environment.
Tove Dahl is one of the main reasons that I keep coming back to Skogfjorden. I think she's an inspiration for me and for basically all of us. The great thing about Tove is that she's kind and caring and she respects everyone. And when she talks, everybody listens. It's kind of like this unspoken rule that everybody listens and everybody respects Tove and everybody finds some kind of meaning in whatever she's saying. And it's just awesome, and she knows everyone by name. She greets you at the door when you come into the dining hall almost every mealtime, which is just so cool. And she's just very respectful and very aware of everyone, and I think she's one of the most inspirational people I've ever met.
Tove, 35 ans, c'est vraiment quelque chose. C'est beaucoup. C'est incroyable, c'est magnifique, c'est important et j'espère bien qu'il y aura encore 35 ans. Alors félicitations et merci beaucoup.
Så små stille gutt har nesten ingen venner, så nå plutselig er jeg enda større og har mye venner her på Skogfjorden, og jeg liker det veldig mye.
Every year, I choose to come here because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You can't find anything else as special as this.
For me, Skogfjorden is like a second home, and Tove is like a second mother. And this place is just so peaceful, and I look forward to coming here every summer to seeing all the old and new friends you can make, and the amazing lady. it's just a great and peaceful place, and I highly recommend coming.
It's still a little bit of a mystery how she does it, but there's no way you can escape almost her reach, the way she approaches you. There's exactly all the things that everyone said today. She literally pulls you in, is open, by being open, not by demanding anything. It's just like inviting you, and she's interested in what you do, and she knows we all have things that we struggle with, and it's so easy to let her into your life, into your personal life, and she always has something positive to say and literally guides you in a new direction that you didn't think you'd be able to do.
From Tove, I've learned that you have to respect everybody, and I've learned how to do that, even if I don't always agree with everybody. I need to show them respect and be kind and considerate of what they do.
So Tove Dahl is possibly the best person I know. She is just awesome. Anything you would ever want in a teacher, in a mentor, in a parent, all of them blended together, boom, Tove, with Menorsk. Oh, they are fantastic.
I couldn't think of a better person to be around, ever. Because she's just, when she listens to you, she listens to everything you say. It's not just, she doesn't listen to the first half or the second half. She sits and she listens to you, no matter what you have to say, no matter how important. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to have, as well as just an amazing thing to see. Not only is Tove the best person I know, but the coolest person I know. She's just amazing, and it's hard to put it any other way.
I chose to come to Skogfjorden over doing other activities during the summer that were offered to me because I feel like I have friends here already and they understand me and we can all just be Norwegian together and just have a great time. Ta-da!
And she's inspired so many villagers here to continue learning, but not just about Norwegian and Norway, but to go out in the world and feel confident about themselves and pursue things that interest them. I think Skogfjorden is a place where people learn about themselves and they learn to live with each other. And Tove personifies peace in the sense that she is open to different ideas and to giving voice to people who feel and think differently, and she respects that and shows how to respect those differences. So children and adults both learn to listen to each other. I think that's one of the most important things that she's taught me, is how to listen openly and to recognize strengths in other people.
I am so impressed with how Tove prepares her staff members to work with the villagers and to create the vibrant learning environment that you have at Skogfjorden. That remains impressive every year. I'm impressed anew or impressed with something new that Tove is doing to prepare her staff. Talk.
Reflect back on all the years we've dropped off our villagers here at Skogfjorden and the wonderful impact you left on them, not just with their language skills, but obviously how they think and what they decide to focus on. So, mange tusen takk. Really, really value that and know that they're better people, and we think of you often as co-parents in raising our children.
For all that you've done for my boys and for all the other villagers here at Skogfjorden, because I feel like they've learned so much just from how you live. And so that makes me happy that they've had somebody in their life that can really live, walk the talk, and live in this world in a way that allows people to really feel welcomed and feel a part of something bigger than themselves.
It's given me so much potential to grow and become a better person. I remember when I first came here, as of my first year, I was just a shy little kid and I didn't want to talk to anybody, and it was just, I mean, through Skogfjorden I've been able to come out of my shell and learn about myself and learn how to communicate with others and learn how to use my talents and skills to better the world.
Congratulations, Tove, on these 35 years.
it's wonderful to you, but it's wonderful to us also. It's I'm so glad that I've gotten to know Skogfjorden because I can see what a community it really is, and I can see how you have created that community.
I first came here in 2004, and 9 years later I'm still sitting here. And I think that pretty much says it all. I cannot imagine a more happy place to be. It's my number one place to be every summer that I can. And the reason for that is Tove Dahl.
Time on staff, and our relationship developed so nicely in this wonderful place that we decided to get married here.
So we got married here in December 2011 and have since returned as a couple and now as a family, and we can't think of a better place to raise little Nikolai than here with Tove, where we were raised ourselves.
We drove here, and I saw Tove sitting there with her smile, and I wasn't really sure that I necessarily wanted to be here until I saw Tove sitting there with her smile. I don't necessarily see her as a dean, I see her as a second mother to me, a mentor, and also a leader.
What I really appreciate about Tove is her calmness and her creativity and her musical talents. She's an amazing artist, and I love to listen to her and just be amazed by her charms. The other thing I admire about Tove is the ways that she motivates her staff and me. I like to make Tove happy. There are some people that will encourage you to do your work with a threat or something. Tove doesn't have that approach. There's something about her that just makes me want to make her proud and to see her succeed. And I don't know what that is, and I just like to see her happy.
That I had a bit of a psychological growth spurt. I went from being extremely scared, extremely nervous, extremely anxious, extremely shy, to being a lot more confident in myself, a lot more confident in my abilities, and a lot more even confident in my Norwegian learning abilities. And over the course of 3 years, I've gone from being a terrified blowstring to a fairly confident lady.
I try to explain it, but it's kind of unexplainable, and that's kind of, I think, the best. That's something that I say often too, is that, you know, this place where I go, I learn Norwegian and you have all these friends, but there's an experience that you can't really understand unless you've actually been there and know what it's like.
I came here for my first time in 2007. I felt like I was right away taken into the club here at Skogfjorden and welcomed with open arms by you and by the rest of the staff, and that was very koselig. And now I feel like I can come back whenever I have time. I'm back from Norway or hva som helst, and I can just jump right in, and I'm welcomed with open arms.
Vet du hva, jeg her nå 100%. Vet du hva, jeg har og tar ansvar. Vet du hva, jeg her. Vet du hva, jeg her.
It's a place that is very unique and hard to explain to each other, so really the only way to do that is come to Skogfjorden and come and experience it.
Skogfjorden is a life changer. If you don't come 1 year, you miss about 10 years worth of things to do.